Oh, no.
And...
Okay, he could still hit. He could still hit. He could still hit again.
Nice.
Okay. That's something. That is actually something. Like that is actually.
Gone. I think the mage was the only
You can't leave him there though.
No, we're gonna pick him up and pull him out. We're gonna extract him. So I'm gonna pick him up with Noah, and then pull him back.
And then take drop so he can't get. Yeah.
Okay. And then you.
And then Boris is gonna have to trade the lance onto Trek. For defensive weapon triangle, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then take drop with Shanna.
Yes. Do any of you guys have two?
Okay, so she's proving her worthfulness. I mean, not that Shanna needs to, right? Like she's a very good unit. Some would say the best unit in the game. I disagree, but I still think she's like easily S tier.
Yeah, she's up there, but definitely not best unit.
What is Ogier doing? Oh, he's gonna do the archer thing.
Yeah, he's gonna block the reinforcements.
That's usually Wendy's job for me, but he and Wendy do it equally well.
Yeah, Wendy has a niche in this map.
No, I see the niche, and I'm very excited.
I don't see how I'm killing both these armor this turn, though.
Hammers, right?
I have one hammer user.
Oh, right, I forgot the paladins aren't alive.
Being on the bench means dead. Why did
in this game... I mean, you're going to get a second hammer user soon, except for not really, because it's D... Is it D rank? Yeah, it's D rank, right? Yeah.
7 hammer uses left. I have never...
Hammer bores, hammer bores, hammer bores.
I have never used this much hammer in this playthrough.
Triangle attack, hammer bores to kill Murdoch. You coward. Oh, rapier!
Oh, I also have rapier. That's right. Okay, so I think we hammer this one first, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Roy can go here and poke that one.
Yep.
I really only
and
need
like
one
even if he doesn't
hit,
kill with the rapier,
because I can do 3 damage with someone else, and now I'm gonna heal up.
Yeah. Very good job. I love the axe fighters too.
Do you 18 attack? Yeah, you do just straight up one-shot clearing from her current HP.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
Things are so strong. Okay, I kind of want to chip first, but I don't think I can chip.
I mean, you can chip. What about Wolf? Okay, I mean, is Boars the answer as well? He can take the mage, so he can do it from next to the door. Although you probably want to open the door this turn, don't you?
It's not super huge. I think I still have plenty of time to reach the... Because one of them's going to go up here. They can't even open the door this turn. Or next turn. So they'll go here. Yeah. Kath will go here next turn. Thief will open door next turn.
God, it's going to be so nice when you have a dancer.
Yes.
Well, actually, no, it won't, because you won't deploy her.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I won't... when will I deploy Larum? Probably...
For Percival. Like, you'll deploy for Percival
for
first,
Percy,
right?
And then, like, for... If I'm going to warp skip, I'll deploy her, just so I can do a warp skip.
Will you risk that for, the water temple?
I think I know you were just talking about the Sonya guide, but I think I'm playing the water map out.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
The thing is that it's not hard, it's just frustrating. When I did it in my current FE6 playthrough, I literally just like... So you have to wait like 20 fucking turns for the bridge to reappear if you don't have a flyer to rescue drop Roy. I think I just used speed up to do like the last, what was for me like 15 minutes of moving people around and rescue dropping Roy. And, you know, for the video, it was probably like a 1-minute portion.
Okay, Lot actually lives at 1 HP from the soldier, so I don't need to heal Lot this turn, which means I can poke this guy with Roy, and then heal Roy.
Yeah. And then have Boars get the kill.
Because I can even go for like a rapier crit. But
the thing is, Boars getting the kill means he might get a level again before Knight's Cresting. And better than a 10-1 Boars is 11-1 Boars.
So true. We can even chip a little further.
Yeah, get some Volt experience.
Never mind.
Hey, 1 experience is still experience.
One drop of
on the
EXP
topic
could
of
be
like
the difference.
Walt and Boris weirdly like contributing a bunch. Do you have any theories as to who's going to be like the MVP of the entire run?
Oh, that is such a weird thought.
Because it's gotta be like a unit who is bad enough to consistently get deployed, but good enough to actually make use of those deployments.
Yes. Someone who's going to be contributing, but this is 26. We have to do 10 more.
I mean, Noah feels like someone who might be MVP material if he lives long enough.
It very much well
because
could be.
I don't see you like hesitating to deploy these shit calves. But also Noah is like good enough to
He's good enough to
contribute on every map he's doing stuff.
Like, he's good enough that I'm willing to deploy him to contribute, but I'm not going to be super scared if something happens to him.
Do you need to jab? You could just Slim Lance, right?
Probably. What do you have again? Just fire. Oh, the Excalibur guy's down here. I was scared of Excalibur, because this guy. I forgot the Excalibur's down here.
It's like in the one tile hallway. It's really awkward to avoid.
Yes.
I usually have Sue fight him, but we have no nomads deployed.
Nomads.
I mean, the obvious reason for no Sue, right, is Shin is a hell of a fucking unit.
Yes, I don't want to miss out on him.
You can't position the triangle attack, can you, with rescue drops?
I actually checked several times to see if there was somewhere I could do a triangle attack.
Oof. I mean, this means someone else can get the kill, though, right?
Okay, we can do 1 damage.
Yeah.
I kind of want to open the door this turn, but...
You have the Javelin? Barth Javelin?
Yeah, I could trade it. Oh, I could... Why do you still have things? Sword Knight Wendy, Sword Armor Wendy, Meg.
Let's fucking go.
She's Meg now.
She's Meg now.
Okay, we can...
Meg fits in a weird Fire Emblem niche where a unit who I think is underrated but still quite bad.
Yes, those are some of my favorite units. Like, this unit is underrated, but they're not good. They're just not as bad as everyone says they are.
Well, not even that they're like mid though, right? Because I do think there are some units who are like underrated, but their cap is that they're like a C tier, like Joshua, for example.
Yeah.
So to get shit on for like no 1/2 range in Sacred Stones, which is a damning fate. But he still does stuff in the early game that I think is C tier contributions.
You're not getting double by this major.
But like Meg is a unit who I still think is like whatever, depending on whether you have an E tier or not, she's either D tier or E tier. Like I don't think she's F because she actually does stuff for 2 maps. Like she and Eren basically do the same things for 2 maps, which is funny. Since everyone loves Eren.
For some reason.
I mean, it's because he has 70 strength growth and 70 defense growth, so people pretend that he's like super bulky and hits hard, but in reality he's like neither. Because his bases, he has to crawl out of his bases, and he doesn't gain experience because he's like level fucking 7.
How are we killing this guy? Oh, like this.
Like that, yeah. See? Grant's Lance.
This is such a
I know it's
weapon.
Gant's Lance. I like it. I like it as like the midway in between. The midway in between steel and iron. I think it's cool. So you can... I think you leave this door available. You need to talk to Kath, right? And then she'll stop stealing treasures, question mark?
So she's gonna open the door next turn. Thief is gonna go here. Although Roy can't reach her next turn. Although I was
gonna say... Okay, so do we do that? God, imagine if Roy had the Fire Emblem and could open chests.
I actually wouldn't mind that. I think it'd be kind of funny.
I mean, you have that one-use chest key, but also... I don't know if you're making use of it or want to save it for when potentially all the thieves are dead.
I'm actually kind of scared because these guys are going to show up here pretty soon, and usually I just block them right here with Jarrett and Marcus, and then I feed them to other units. But now they're going to be, like, they're actually going to run out here and be scary.
Are there more thieves, or is it just these two? I don't
think it's
remember.
just these two.
If you kill one and talk to Kath, then you can sort of take your time, because there's no turn requirement for the gaidens.
Yeah, I can just take my time.
Or for this gaiden, I mean.
Especially for this one.
For the other gaidens there are, but like 8x there's not.
Yeah, which I think is kind of like a fair and fun way to kind of ease you into the idea of gaiden requirements.
Well, and I extra think that because fucking 8x, like, it's not even like you're always, like, sometimes obviously you are slowing down to make the game easier on yourself, but sometimes you're slowing down because you have to move a bunch of units through the fucking hallway, and you just don't have the capability to do that.
Yes.
Like, if Elen and Lance died of natural causes, as happened in our playthrough, and if, like, for whatever reason you've decided not to field your paladins, and you've decided to, like, start moving the Armor Knight squad. I mean, so part of this is, like, we're going exceptionally slow, but I also think if you're not utilizing rescue drops, if, like, in an Iron Man setting you just don't have the mounts to do that, if the Sapper you're using, like, if maybe Chlorine died and you're using, like, you know, Rutger, Saul, some footlock people, it can still be... There can still be turns of just, like, move everyone forward. Enemy stays stationary. Move everyone forward.
I think I need to rush and try to choke those reinforcements here. I thought about just making, like, 2 one-tile like choke points and holding up in the treasure room until the reinforcements ran out, but I don't want them running up to OJ.
Oh, true, because then that's...
So I think
that's a problem, yeah.
Try to just punch forwards. And to do that...
I mean, will they go to OJ if they have someone to attack, though? Because, like, I've found that often enemies will just, like, go for someone they can attack rather than, like, take the longer route to someone who's a better combat for them, even if they're dealing, like, 0 damage.
I feel like I've seen them potentially do both. Oh, I didn't mean to rescue you.
It's awkward.
Hey.
No chest next turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't mind that. I'll just grab the thief whenever he comes back around. Wait, does Roy have to initiate the talk? Oh no, Lilina has to initiate the talk, that's right.
Yeah, so Roy can actually attack the thief, right?
FE4 rules for some reason.
Like, can't Roy attack the thief, though, because of that? And then Lilina can talk and get her weapon?
He can. Can no one pick up Barth?
Oh, yeah, Barth is fat.
Trek and Shanna can pick up Barth. The 2 that are already holding people can pick him up. Got it.
No, Barth is incredibly fat. It's like, it's really tragic. It's a fucking, he is almost worse than Dalshin in Thracia. Because, like, Dalshin has the thing where he's so fat that he slows people down, but Barth is so fat that you just can't pick him up. Which is really sad.
Thief kills a Roy.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's such a brutal animation, just stabbing him in the head.
It's one of my favorites. It looks really jaggy almost, like kind of primitive, but I kind of love it. Woo,
it reminds me of when I was like, I had just come home from like college, or no, I wasn't home from college. I was in like my 30s or late 20s. I was visiting my parents. Yeah, I was visiting my parents because I was in town for like a convention thing, and I brought my GameCube so that I would like have something to do late at night or whatever, right? Like when everyone's asleep.
Yeah. Because
I have weird sleep patterns, and it was easier to bring a GameCube than a desktop.
Fair.
Or no, I didn't bring my GameCube. It was a Wii because it was Radiant Dawn. So I was playing Radiant Dawn, and my mom had, like, I think she came down to take out the trash or something. She was doing something at, like, 2 in the morning. Some task that led her to, like, go through the basement at 2 in the morning. And she saw, like Fiona chuck a javelin through a Radiant Dawn soldier, and like the GameCube animations are like very jank. So the GameCube's animations are very jank. So it's not like smooth at all. There's like no blood. It is just like a stick going through like a polygon figure, right? I still keep saying GameCube. It's Wii, but I think GameCube because I think like, oh, this looks like Path of Radiance stuff. Like it's not that different than Path of Radiance stuff.
And from what I remember, the GameCube and Wii are actually pretty on par power-wise. Yeah,
the big thing with the Wii is like the motion controls more than anything. Doesn't an archer show up from those stairs?
Oh shoot, you're right. It's an ambush spawn.
Yeah.
Ambush spawn jump scare.
I don't want you to get fucking
gonna bait the mage
ruffle stomps.
No, thank you so much. I have no idea when that mage appears, but I definitely don't want to get hit by it.
I can check the fandom wiki.
Actually, yeah, I don't mind that.
I'll check the fandom wiki.
So, real
I'm
question.
gonna check FEWD.
Real question, so...
Wait. Okay, yeah, what's going on?
So Lilina recruits 2 units. So I want to save her for those 2 units, which means sure she has the fast support with Roy, but if we're not fielding Lilina much, there's not really point in getting it. Do we get the Walt Roy support? Because I already have it.
I think you do both, right? I think you do both. There's no reason not to do both, right?
Because I do also have this market support still.
But odds are one of them dies at some point.
Yes.
I think you activate both, because like even if we're not deploying Lilina especially often, I think that the Roy support is quite helpful to her. Lilina's like a really interesting unit to talk about because I think that she's often underrated, but also occasionally overrated.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit of both. I also think I want to back up and deal with this mage because I don't want to take on.
It feels like. Wait, can they triangle attack though?
In range of this guy.
Armors have 4 move in this game, don't they?
Yeah.
That's tragic.
Even if they could, it's in range of this guy.
The Killer Lance dude? Yeah. I have the ambush spawns listed.
Sick.
Turn 15 to 18 is the ones that harass OJ. And then turn 16 and 17 are soldiers from the bottom left.
Okay, these
Turn 18 and 19 are the soldier and knight from the bottom left, and the archer and mercenary where the thieves came from.
Okay. So
you won't have to deal with the archers until turn 18, which just sort of shows how long this map drags on, that feels like something everyone runs into.
An archer already showed up, actually.
Oh, so WD lied? Because I got them from WD. I joked about going to the fucking Pitfall Wiki, but...
Yeah, an archer actually showed up this turn.
Okay, no, it's because it writes it weird. 16, 17, 18, 19 are soldier archer from those areas. And then they also have, if you look in the bottom left... all the way bottom left. All the way bottom left of the map.
Yeah, there's 2 soldiers down.
Those guys.
Because these guys just showed up.
So for the first 2 rounds of archer mercenary, soldiers will show up there. And then for the second 2 rounds, a soldier will show up and a knight will show up. Like one of each.
Gotcha.
So that's where the confusion comes in the way it's written weird, but part of that I think is because I'm using Google Translate because it's a Spanish website.
Yeah, I think that's some of it. It's just that it's being translated.
But the Radiant Dawn story. So my mom saw the animation and she goes, "Oh my god, that's so violent!" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
This is so
And
tame.
she's like, "That's so violent! How could you play something like that?" And bear in mind, I was either in my late 20s or early 30s. I think late 20s, yeah. Probably like 26, 27. And I'm just like, what? It was a really weird interaction.
Yeah.
I do think you want to get those supports. He can get both of them in this map, right?
Yeah, we'll get this one. And we'll grab the Walt one as well, since I already have it.
Because, like, we're probably not fielding her... We're probably not fielding her next map. But we have to field her at least in one of the Western Isles maps because of Gonzo.
Yeah, we have to field her at some point.
And we can use that map to try to train her and make her able to contribute in the Garrett map.
Yeah. Although we will have
like I think that would be a good use of.
We'll also have free
because she's solid, right? I think she's got a very good magic growth. The Roy support plus fire tome means that she has like incredibly good hit in a game where that is a rare attribute.
He doesn't get doubled, I checked. In fact, he dodges.
Nice. Dodge Tank General is my favorite archetype. But yeah, I think she's quite solid. I think that, like, the easy comparison people make is Lugh versus Lilina, right? And while I don't necessarily think that that's, like, the only units they're competing with, I think that they do fill the same role, and it's a role that you might not want more than one of, because there's only so many low-res units you're trying to kill, right? Or they're like high defense, because like if someone has low res and low defense, like Shanna and Rutger can kill him. Good God, that mage.
Yeah, this mage is actually kind of terrifying. I think I'm gonna chip, rescue her out with the 2 armors, like just drop her over here or something. Well, then she gets hit by.
What does Lilina do to her, to the mage?
I think gets doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. So her thing is like big fat magic growth. Itty bitty speed. I mean, itty bitty speed is probably a bit of an exaggeration, but like it's fast mage versus magic mage, right?
Yes. I should probably check how much these mercenaries do to my armors because they're getting doubled. Do they all have iron swords? So let's see. 16 goes down to 15. Oh, you take 1 damage. Okay, that's right. You're armor knights. So I think we pick you up.
That's right. Your armor knights is the most based sentence of all time.
And I think we finish with you and rescue out with a cav.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we take drop with the other cav. Aha!
Boom. Ba-ba-boom.
Roy contributing. What level is he? Is it like, what level is he by now? Ooh.
He got speed.
That's kind of huge.
And perhaps more importantly, defense.
Yes,
because like,
very important.
And he can actually take hits and stuff. Like, a problem we're running into is not many units can take hits other than our armor knights, which granted, like, I love me some armor knight gaming.
I'm thinking I don't equip javelins here because I'm never going to hit these mercenaries and I'm not going to hit the archers with them either, so I might as well just deal with... Well, the mercenaries aren't doing any damage.
You should put axe reavers on them to hit the mercenaries.
That's an even better idea. We're actually doing javelins. Yeah, we'll do javelins. And I'll just heal you up and then rescue you out with... Oh, sick, you can pick her up. So yeah, we'll do javelins. Oh, I need more javelins on boars.
Most base sentence ever.
We don't have enough javelin on boars.
This run has become just increasingly great.
I don't know what's... We're only in chapter 8 and this run is already turning into something I had no idea it was going to become. I didn't know it was going to be walling with boars in chapter 8.
The thing is that your boars isn't even actually... The thing is that your boars isn't even actually speed blessed.
Yeah, this is just...
He won the coin flip, is what it is, because there's a coin flip that he'll be at 7 or 6 at this level, and he won the coin flip. So, that's one of my favorite... I've taken that screenshot a million times, but it is still one of my favorite images of all time. Stabby, stabby!
Look at that 2 damage. I think I'm going to be turning animations off here in a sec. Because we're going to be here fighting mercenaries and archers.
We're just doing the Hallway of Doom.
We are fighting these mercenaries and archers for a long time.
You don't want to watch the glory of Boar's animation? I mean, so like, here's the thing, right? Is like, yes, this is slow, and it is undeniable that taking a map slower is easier than taking the map quickly, right? For a multitude of reasons.
Yes.
Not just because it's difficult to plan quick clears, but also because, like, you don't have to fight as many units at the same time. Wow, those fucking hit rates at weapon triangle advantage. It's just so funny. But that said, like, taking it slow will allow you to hyper train boars. And like, yes, that could potentially earn the wheel's ire.
But it's funny.
But it's funny. And also, if it doesn't earn the wheel's ire, suddenly we have like an incredibly good promoted unit going into the Western Isles, who we don't even probably deploy for too many Western Isles maps. Holy shit! But like, if you just keep General Boars, now he's blessed. Now he's blessed, but only by 1 point still.
He takes no damage.
Even if you just if you promote General Boars, right, and then just don't deploy him on the throwaway maps, like I think the only Western Isles map that I would deploy Boars on if he's promoted is Echidna map. Or if you're not doing Echidna, it is that same map layout. Like, it is the shared map. I know it's different, but it's the one that it's Klein and Tate's map is how I'll refer to it, because they join on both versions.
The Klein and Tate map.
Because like, it is a different layout, but there's several villages you need to save for the hero crest. Actually, the best way to refer to it is if you go the good route, it's the Lot plus Wade village map.
I do like that there's a village there for Lot and Wade, since they're from the Western Isles.
I love it when minor characters get little things like that.
Me too.
I wish it happened more in mainline Fire Emblem, but it does happen in some ROM hacks. That said, since we're going to be here a long time, and you can potentially like mute and speed up for, let's be honest, not the most engaging gameplay of all time, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Go for it. Yeah, this part's probably getting sped up by a little bit. Oh, I think we're finally at a watchable point in the playthrough now. I think we can go back to animations and stuff. Just to show anything that was missed during the fast forwarding, Boar's got speed again, because I guess Boris is going to be really good in this run. Lillian got magic and speed on her first level up, which is kind of huge. And by kind
I mean, the magic is expected. If she misses magic, it's kind of like...
It's kind of like what happened.
Yeah.
And now that now we're properly recording, it's missing 85 or something. Steel bow! And hey, Roy's supporting both of these people now, so now they're getting extra bonuses.
I do want to give a disclaimer for the viewers that there are fireworks launching in the background. If you hear any sort of pops, that's something on my end that we can't... We're not going to wait until the fireworks end, because I don't know how long they'll last. Fireworks.exe.
I think I put Lugh in Killer Lance range. Did I? Nope. I forgot I backed up.
Yeah. The guy the 4-move armors, like, I tend to think armors should have 5 movement because 4 move is just like too harsh. It makes them go from like bad but usable to completely unusable. Their combat has to be buffed to a ridiculous degree for them to be usable.
Oh, this sneaky little guy.
Yeah, his little javelin.
But now he's in Killer Lance range.
Well, you can rescue out, right? Like, you have the armors to do that. And then you can outrange him.
Yeah, Lot's not a very chonky fighter. And we'll also rescue Clarine out if things get dicey.
I mean, I tend to think of fighters as not being very chonky anyway. I think of them as, like, glass cannons, but the physical ones.
Oh, I mean chonky like Khan.
Oh, yeah, he's not fat like Birth.
Yeah. Look at Lugh go.
Although, like, here's the thing is, I don't think Khan always corresponds with, like,
physical
unit size. Also stealable chest key.
Yeah, I kind of want that. God, actually, how many...
can someone take your crit? Like, can one of your armor knights take your crit?
Oh, both the armors take a crit now. Boars takes 12 damage from a crit.
Bait with them, steal, kill with Lilina. Oh wait, Lilina's all the way up there, isn't she?
Lilina's on the wrong side of the map. You do 19... You do live a crit, so I can, like, bonk him once with a hammer.
But, like, for example, Wendy is incredibly light. I feel like part of it is also sexism, Con.
True.
Like, constantly just giving women who should have higher con, low con. Echidna is a good example as well.
Echidna is the first one I always think of.
Like, it just does not make sense to me.
The muscle woman has like 9 or 10 con.
Yeah.
We doubled this guy.
I like, one of the things that I like that Path of Radiance does is in a unit's con, they have the number that applies to them, but then they also have numbers for horses and armor.
Yes.
21. You can always rescue drop him out, Astolfo, I mean.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll... Okay, but first...
He needs to trade his inventory, though, to steal.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you really want Lilina down here. I think it was a mistake to send her up. I think you're a bad gamer as a result of that.
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Look at this monster.
She would be very helpful, but I think we have boars to do this. If only the heavy spear existed in FE6.
Society of the Heavy Spear.
Actually, that is a good question. How do you, and the people in the comments, feel about effective weapons having iterations in all three? Because I kind of like that. I like it when there's differentiations between the weapon types beyond simply weapon triangle. Because I think if the weapon triangle is the only thing that separates them, then you've poorly balanced your weapons. Like, one thing that I think is cool about Radiant Dawn's weapons is, while it is lame that you get 1-2 range swords, and so that sort of, like, uniqueness goes away, the only armor effective weapon you have is hammer, so only axes can do armor effective.
Isn't there an armor slayer?
The only... Not in...
Really?
I don't think Radiant Dawn has one. I'll check. Maybe I'm spreading misinformation. I know Path of Radiance does. Path of Radiance has a heavy spear too.
I know Radiant Dawn only has the Worm Slayer. I know that's a big deal for swords, is that there's only a Worm Slayer. There's no Dragon Lance or whatever it's called, or Dragon Axe. Also, before we give the answer on that, can I interrupt this with a public service announcement that something's about to happen?
What is about to happen? I'm confused.